Hello YouTube. Today I want to talk to you all about why Modern Warfare 2019 sucks. For starters, those of you who know me know I'm a pretty damn good player. I mean, I don't pretend that I'm the best in the world, but I'm certainly well above average when it comes to COD games. So when I come into a COD game and it feels consistently like every match is a struggle, there's something wrong with this picture. Before anyone starts talking shit like get good at the game or you just want to pub stomp all the time, I'm good at the fucking game. My KD is positive. Watch the fucking gameplay that's playing in the background. I just don't like the game, and I don't want to spend my free time playing a game I fucking hate. This game also has a lot of drama and bullshit that also turns me off of it. What everybody fucking forgets these days is that it's a game, and it's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to have a good time. It's an escape from your stresses in life, not to add stresses to your life. If the game fucking sucks, why should I be obligated to play it? For starters, the first time I ever played this game, my first few matches were absolute hell. I went into this game honestly expecting good old MW2. But it's nothing like MW2, and that is a bad thing. This game is so far removed from MW2 that it's basically out in space. I was a brand new level 1 player, and I knew nothing about this game. As I don't watch other people's gameplays, and as some of you know, I stopped paying attention to Call of Duty for many years. I felt like I was matched up against pro players and big tryhards, and I was thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on here? Something feels off. Now, I'm no stranger to COD, and this is not how COD's supposed to be. I only got this game on recommendation from a friend who had played it previously. I told him this fucking game sucks. Why did you recommend it to me? He tells me, oh, you can't let one bad experience put you off of it. Keep trying. Well, I kept fucking trying, and I put a lot of time in this fucking game, and well, it just doesn't get any better. This game did do a few things right, such as doing with crap like pick 10 and remove loot boxes in favor of Battle Pass. But just because this game has nice features doesn't necessarily mean it plays well. I'm going to talk about all the reasons this game is a bad game and fucking sucks, starting with the camping. The camping in this game is like no other. I get it. There's always going to be campers in a COD game, but this game takes a fucking cake when it comes to camping. The maps are designed with safe spaces, as the developer put it, so noobs can hide and camp. And well, we all know there was camping in MW2 and COD 4. It was nothing like this. In this game, you can lock down massive parts of the map. This game also has openable doors which campers abuse by going up to a camping spot, closing the door, putting down a claymore, and then mounting their gun and head glitching to kill anyone who wants to move around the fucking map. What the actual fuck is this shit? You seriously get punished for wanting to be aggressive? For wanting to move around the map? Most TDMs I've played, the timer ends up running out. This is the only COD game I've ever experienced this in. It's not uncommon for 2 minutes to go by until there's a first blood, and on average the game ends with 50 kills in total team score. Pathetic. You see a dude with 8 fucking kills at the top of the leaderboard? Again, what the actual fuck? And let's talk a bit more about the camping. So Dead Silence or Ninja is not a perk in this game? Instead it's a fucking field upgrade? Infantry word? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, the devs said that using Dead Silence is a crutch, so they removed it. Yes, Dead Silence is a crutch, but camping with a Claymore in 725 is a skill, right? The devs said they wanted to make all playstyles viable. But this game, camping is clearly the dominant style. Between all the bullshit like head glitching mounting spots, maps with camping spots that allow you to lock down a third of it, as well as doors and footsteps that are louder than the trumpets that'll play when Christ returns. What the fuck were these devs thinking? Oh, and let's not forget about the compass. The traditional minimap doesn't show the red dots in this game when a player fires their gun. Worse, they put it in the compass, which only gives you a vague idea of where someone is. And worse than that, when a player calls in a UAV, even if you're using a silencer and you fire your gun, you will show up on the fucking map even if you're using the ghost perk. And another thing that makes this problem even worse is that in order to complete camo challenges, you have to get a certain number of mounted kills with each gun. So basically this game forces you to play like a fucking bitch if you want these camos. Speaking of camos and skill-based matchmaking, once I finally got done unlocking all my shit and stopped playing shipment, the quality of my matches drastically improved. Gotta love it. Not because I unlocked all, but because skill-based matchmaking just goes off your kills in the last 5 games. So if you play non-stop shipment, you're going to average 40 to 60 kills a game. Then you go into a normal click play, and the game sees these 40 to 60 kills and matches you against tryhards, when in a normal lobby, the top player will have 30 kills. Jesus Christ, this game sucks. Excuse the fuck out of me for not wanting to spend 2 whole days to rank up a fucking gun in regular slow quick play. This game plays so fucking slow. It's the slowest COD game ever. And as if these problems of camping weren't bad enough, they pale in comparison to the big baddie in this game. Skill-based matchmaking. On paper, how it's supposed to work is the game will match you against people of a similar skill level, so that way you don't stomp on noobs all day, and so you don't get stomped on by people better than you. Well, that's the theory. But in practice, the skill-based matchmaking in this game is so fucking strict. Basically, you get 1 good fun lobby, and then you get 5 matches of swimming and fucking sweat. Then you get maybe 3 or 4 average matches. This game is so predictable. It's like fucking clockwork. Once you get that 1 fun, easy match, you know that you're in for some pain. Who the fuck wants to play this shit? Who wants to waste their time in this goddamn circle jerk? I mean, really? In this game, you get punished for being a good player. You get punished for wanting to play aggressive. Once the game decided you did too good, you get matched up with people 20 times better than you are, or even possibly hackers, so that you can suffer. Seriously. Fuck any game that does this. This just leads to a mindset where everyone is cracked out and playing like their fucking lives depended on it. It leads to people going insane. It also leads to a system where people do so bad, it leads to a mentality that anyone better than me is cheating. And so then it leads to people just ending up wanting to cheat. You know, after I played COD OL with 300 ping for 3,200 hours, I figured anything after that would be easy, or downhill. Boy, was I wrong. Hell, I'd take that last hacked month of COD OL's multiplayer forever, then play this fucking sweat fest. This game does everything it can to encourage noob playstyles and camping. People camp because they're afraid of getting their asses kicked by the skill-based matchmaking. Another fucking problem is the fact that every gun has 8 million attachments, and it takes 8 million more kills to unlock them all. Well, normally that wouldn't be a problem, but for skill-based matchmaking, how are you supposed to play with the worst guns in the game when you have to basically use meta guns, or you're gonna have a bad time? How are you gonna use a fucking Uzi or a marksman rifle against all the M4s and MP5 nerds? If we don't have any fucking skill-based matchmaking, or at least had a fair and balanced one where you play with a wider variety of players instead of just people in your range or better, then it wouldn't be a fucking problem. Another fucking problem with this game's strict skill-based matchmaking is that you have to be already warmed up and giving 100%, or you're going to have a bad time and go 5-25. Fuck this game. You can't ever relax. You can't have fun. You play like your life depends on it, or you have a bad time. Oh, and before I forget, the skill-based matchmaking is so strict, if you have a friend who is in a different skill level than yourself, the lower skilled player is going to have a really bad time if it goes off the highest skill level player in the game. It's a really fucking shitty game when you can have a decent time solo, but when you want to party up, unless you're all the same skill level, you're going to have a bad time. Also, speaking of the social aspect of this game, fuck the lobby disbanding feature. Probably another arm of their skill-based matchmaking bullshit, because before, if you had a good lobby, you'd stay with that lobby for several games or hours and have good time and eventually make friends. The fucking lobby disbands makes meeting friends nearly impossible. And not to mention, it's just increasing player toxicity because you go, oh, well, I won't see this dude ever again. So it makes people treat each other like shit. Also, with this lobby disbanding shit, it just increases the odds you'll get put into a match in progress. I don't want to be put in a match in progress, because matches in progress you usually join the team that's getting their ass kicked. And let's talk about the shadow bans. What is a shadow ban? It's basically where you get mass reported and Activision puts you in purgatory, where you only get matched up with other players who are shadowbound. Most of whom are hackers, and it's always some 350 plus fucking ping server. I played this game with my friend who had 100 hours when I was brand new to the game. As you can expect, it matches up with players nearer to his skill level bracket. But not as good as the people he usually plays. So what happens, he ends up getting 80 kills in a match for 4 or 5 games, and I have a horrible time. Well, fast forward a few days, and he gets shadow banned, since all those noobs reported him. This game is a fucking joke. This game is basically you stomping on another team or getting stomped on yourself. There's no middle ground. Skill-based matchmaking has no place in quick play. Why didn't they implement a fucking ranked playlist for these nerds who want to sweat, so those of us who want a fun experience can just chill and have fun? Me, I have a lot of time to play games, but it doesn't mean I want to be swimming in fucking sweat for 8 hours a day. But you also got to take into account the people who work or have school and want to hop on for a few casual matches before bed. Well, fuck these people, right? The skill-based matchmaking in this game is basically you're a hamster on a wheel. If you start to run faster, the wheel just starts to spin faster. You can never improve. You only get stuck in limbo. You get too good, they match you with tryhards to knock you back down on your ass. Knowing all this takes away all my motivation from even playing this game. Now that I've talked about the 2 largest issues with this game, let me talk about the rest. Kill streaks. The fucking limited range counter UAV? I mean, really, what the fuck is this garbage? The fact that 2 kill streaks, the cluster strike and the airstrike, both require you to actually go look at the enemy and either aim your binoculars or shine a fucking laser beam on them so you can get shot and die? Like, really, what were these devs fucking thinking? Why did they get rid of the old system where you called it in on a laptop without having to go die? These streaks are fucking useless. Also, let's talk about the cruise missile. The intro animation takes way too fucking long. And I've lost count of how many times I've been killed controlling the streak due to the extended time you spend in fucking animation. Airspace too crowded. Only 1 VTOL can be called in at a time. Are you shitting me? In MW2 you could call up to 3 at a time. Also, let's talk about how they removed the queue on helicopters, and now you have to spam the key to call it until you can finally call it in. Kill streaks don't loop once you've got them all. You have to die to get them again. No map vote. Self-explanatory. The fact that you don't even respawn right away. There's this stupid respawn delay animation, and this system can actually put you in danger. Maybe the spot the game chose to spawn you was fine a few seconds ago, but after 5 seconds there could be enemies there and you'll just end up getting spawn killed. XP tokens count down in real time instead of in game time. The pointless prestiges that earn you nothing and you lose nothing from them. This seasonal progression. I realize those last 3 are shared across Warzone and Black Ops Cold War and actually go into Vanguard. But these practices started with Modern Warfare. The game has a giant fucking 200 gigabyte file size if you install all the game modes. This shit ain't right. Pistols fucking suck. They all have unacceptably low fire caps. Sometimes even with the upgraded trigger, which you don't even unlock right away. 3 or 4 shots to kill in core. The only way I ranked up my goddamn pistols was in hardcore. I shouldn't have to go into hardcore to rank up certain weapons. The pistols suck so hard, they're not even good enough for finishing off someone. I much prefer the Treyarch philosophy of pistols should equal primaries, so that you could run pistols only. Especially when you need like 500 kills to unlock all attachments. You're not going to get that just by finishing people off. Also, let's talk about how attaching an optic lowers your ADS time. Like, really? The attachments in this game that increase mobility and ADS speed are already very weak. I don't need anything else to lower my mobility. Why have 30 fucking scopes when every single one of them lowers your ADS time? If you think about this logically, shouldn't a fucking scope speed up your ADS time? Anyway, I think this about covers everything. Thanks for watching this video. I really hated having to make this video because I really wanted to love this game, but I can't. There's just too much wrong with it. Infantry Ward couldn't even implement a few hotfixes early on, like add a dead silence perk, fix the minimap behavior, or balance the skill-based matchmaking. So yeah, this game isn't for me. Peace out.